260-0080. Adams & Co. Roofing Specialist, 260-0080.
Fall is here, and Elkmont Trading Company is ready with tons of new fall arrivals and unique game day have-to-have items. So when in Clemson, make Elkmont your first stop, featuring fashionable women's clothing and jewelry, men's lifestyle wear, home goods, outdoor gear, and shoes from popular brands like Patagonia, Free Fly, Columbia, Bog Bags, Own Running, Birkenstock, Hey Dudes, Ray-Ban, Costa Sunglasses, and more. There's truly something for everyone at Elkmont. Is Clemson out of the way? Then visit Elkmont's convenient Powdersville location just minutes from Greenville or shop online at elkmonttradingcompany.com. Feeling hungry or thirsty? Then come in and have a pint of ice-cold craft beer and a hearty meal in Elkmont's restaurant in Clemson. Elkmont is at the 93 exit on 123 in Clemson and across the street from Chick-fil-A in Powdersville on Highway 153. Remember, folks, go Tigers!
Want to win the game? Put in your best players. The Trammell & Mills Law Firm hits the field running all the way to the end zone. If you've been in a wreck, gotten hurt at work, or suffered nursing home abuse, you want these guys on your team. They're local, they're experienced, and they're hungry for victory. They want to get you the money you deserve when fighting insurance companies. Call 485-8585 or go to TrammellandMills.com. The Trammell & Mills Law Firm, ready to win your game.
Inside the Trane testing facility, our heating and cooling products go through endless torture tests to ensure they can run through anything. And when we say torture, we don't take that lightly. We drop them, slam them against the wall, shake them, and then expect them to run without an extra decibel in our anechoic sound chamber. Without fail. Drop, slam, shake, silence. Drop, slam, shake, silence. And there's no end in sight. We test, so it runs.
Pittman Heating and Air Conditioning, when you need the absolute best service at the best price. Visit PittmanAC.com today for comfort all year long. Pittman Heating and Air Conditioning has been proudly keeping the upstate comfortable for almost 50 years. When you call 864-882-3215 or visit PittmanAC.com, you can schedule for free estimates on a new system installation or replacement. Pittman Heating and Air Conditioning is your local independent Trane dealer. Call 864-882-3215 or visit PittmanAC.com today.
It's hard to stop a train.
Clemson alum Will here. Clemson fans know tailgating, and since Duck Donuts opened in Greenville, got a new tailgate tradition. It's not a football Saturday without Duck Donuts. In the car, headed to tailgate. You can't beat that combination of cool, crisp air and fresh, warm donuts. It's easy to choose flavors everyone will love.
Julie Terry here from Duck Donuts Greenville. It's football season, so let us help you be the tailgating MVP by adding sprinkles in your school colors to a Duck Donuts assortment. Come see us at the Plaza on Pelham or order online at duckdonuts.com.
To the doesn't miss a thing. You got it to come strong. If you're coming on, you better come strong. Get out of my way. Gonna come and shine. Tell you what I've got. Road rage. Nothing you can do. You're gonna get into road rage. Road rage.
Walked up to the road rage. We are back. All right, Ramona, let's just update where we are and people joining us who don't know. We are offering the first ever coaching staff football for auction as part of the Tigers for Tatas campaign. Many of you previously, some of you, not many, some of you have previously been able to win bids on Dabo Swinney signed autographed footballs. This is that same 2018-19 football that we are offering to you today, but this football is being signed by the entire coaching staff. In fact, we're going to have just a few of these, very few. We don't even have these in our possession yet. They won't be in until the end of the week because they're being signed as we speak. So, these couple of footballs are going to have the entire staff on them. So you're going to have Dabo Sweeney and Brent Venables and Tony Elliott and CJ Spiller, et cetera, et cetera. It just doesn't get better than this offering, and it's a first time ever that we've offered this football for our Tigers for Tatas campaign. And right now, it is Scott, you said, right? It's Scott who is leading with a bid of $2,000. This auction, I should say, is only open for another 52 minutes. If you want in, get in, power bid it, make it yours. I need $250 increments on it. So if somebody wants to up it, you have to up it by at least $250. If someone wants to close it, I will close it for $5,000. In other words, if someone called me 5 minutes from now and said, Walt, I'm in, I want the football, we'll give you the $5,000, I would close that at that moment. You would have the football. That's the bid that seals it. Other than that, it's open till 5 o'clock. And as I said, at exactly 5 o'clock, I'm closing it. It will not be 5:01. If you're late, you're out. It's not right to the person who has the bid legitimately at 5 o'clock. We're not a jewelry sales show on TV or something that keeps an auction up an hour past when they said, no. At 5 o'clock, this deal is done. So right now, it is Scott at $2,000. Again, the first offering ever of this football. And quite honestly, we're not yet to the prices we sold the Dabo Sweeney signed footballs for last Thursday. So this is a completely unique item that has never been offered on these airwaves. Never. And we are at $2,000 right now. So I'm looking for somebody to up that and up it significantly, come in with a power bid. What I'd really like is somebody to come in and make it theirs. And obviously be the person responsible for saving untold number of lives, because that is in your wheelhouse to do right now. Let me tell you about my guy, Gary Mahaffey, Insurance for Seniors and Disabled. Gary is an independent Medicare insurance agent who understands and sells all of the products. Gary has worked exclusively in this insurance market for over 16 years. Many of you have used Gary. You call in with unsolicited testimonials, singing his praises. You talk about how incredibly patient he was with you, how informative he is, how knowledgeable he is, how accommodating he is. Look, if you're still concerned with COVID issues, Gary can handle that all online as well. But we are in the annual enrollment period now until December 7th. And if you're going to change, you have to get it done now. Gary's been on Medicare himself for a few years. He'll share his personal experience with you, both as an agent and a customer. Gary services you after the sale. He tells you, if you have a problem, I have a problem, call me first. And Gary is paid by the insurance companies, not you. Going through Gary in no way raises any cost for you. Gary wants to educate you, does an in-depth needs analysis with you to make sure your individual needs are best met. Gary does not work for any insurance company or Medicare. He works for you, his customer. Give him a call, 864-307-8484, 864-307-8484, or check him out on the web, insuranceforseniorsanddisabled.com, insuranceforseniorsanddisabled.com, and you will thank me later. I have only made the picks for the contest. I have not made picks for anything else. I've already addressed the Braves issue. So if you're looking for me to say I was wrong on the Braves 100 times, no, I've already said it. But beyond that, you still haven't won. You still have to win one more game. Likely, although I think the Braves are going to win the one more game, I'd be shocked if they lost to the Dodgers at this point. I was not shocked a year ago. A year ago, I still thought they'd come back and win the next three because I just thought they were better. Right now, they don't look like the better team. And it doesn't matter whether you're the better team all year now. The Braves are the better team in the snapshot of the moment. And the Braves reinvented themselves. You know, there is going to be a certain irony to all this, is that the Braves with Ronald Acuna were a team that was going nowhere. Now, that was when DeGrom was healthy too. But the Braves were just awful. And the chemistry didn't look good. I mean, you know what, Ramona? I posed this question then, and nobody wanted to address it. The question was, and I asked it for like a week. I said, are the Braves now better off after the moves they made than they were with Acuna, where the chemistry just did not seem good? And, you know, there were two ways to think about that. One was that perhaps Ronald Acuna had become a distraction. The other was that maybe adding all those players accounted for more than Ronald Acuna accounted for individually. But the bottom line is, Braves fans did not want to address that. How about now? What if this team goes on to actually win the NLCS and even the World Series without Acuna?
Would that be something?
Right. How does that look? How does that look? I don't know. I don't know. Reichly, how are you?
Good. How are you, Walt?
Good, Reichly. Oh, that's that's Reichly gracing us with 2 calls in like a week, Ramona. How about that? We should have some Notre Dame. We should have the Notre Dame fight song for Reichly, or at the very least, Rudy being taken away in handcuffs.
The Rudy thing? Oh, I forgot about Rudy.
Oh, man. So my question for you is, I was watching the Bulls last night, and I have a question. Where do you think their ceiling and where do you think their floor is in the Eastern Conference, like for the regular season?
Well, I haven't really thought about positioning the Bulls in the hierarchy of the Eastern Conference yet. I don't know, Rick. I need to think about that for a minute. Why? Where do you have them, Reichly? Winning the East?
No, I have them finishing, I think it's 5th or something, like 4th or 5th.
Okay.
I'm not saying they're winning the East, but I think they could win maybe a series.
Yeah, 5th or 6th seems reasonable.
Yeah, so, okay. And then I have 2 other questions because I have to stir the hornet's nest a little bit.
Go ahead, stir.
Do you think, in your honest opinion...
By the way, I haven't told anybody this yet, but I picked you in the contest this week, given 7. Do not let me down. I'll never pick you again. You'll move to the Oklahoma State category, especially after all that noise you ran the other day, Reichly, about telling me how you're going to win out and stuff. So win out, beat USC.
Don't worry, we'll be fine against USC.
Yeah,
but
15-14, 5 field goals beats 2 touchdowns.
Okay. Do you think that Notre Dame or Clemson is in a better quarterback situation in their 2023 matchup? Or not 2023, 2022. But you can do both, like in their future quarterback.
Well, look, I think it depends whether DJ Uyunglele rights the ship or not and gets things going. If not, it would be Cade Klubnik, who I think has all sorts of potential as well. I don't know. We're skipping way ahead, aren't we, Reichly? When we were immersed in this season, last phone call with Notre Dame winning out. And by the way, Reichly, if Notre Dame wins out, does that mean you had them somehow making the playoffs? I didn't ask you that.
No. Okay. So my position on Notre Dame and my position, I guess, on the Bears too. I've had these kind of pretty much on the point. Like, I have not missed a single game of the Bears and constant games. I got all of Notre Dame's games right. And so basically my prediction is this. I think that Notre Dame wins a New Year's Six Bowl because I have no idea who would beat them unless if Georgia loses 2 games somehow. I think that they go into New Year's Six Bowl and probably win one, and that's been my prediction. I thought they were going to finish around 7 or 8 in the rankings before the New Year's Six Bowls.
And that's if they go 11-1?
Yeah, that was my prediction before the season, and with me projecting them an 11-1 record.
Okay, how about now? Forget before the season. Let's move it ahead to now. If you're saying Notre Dame is going to go 11-1 in a season that has been filled with trouble for power teams, why connect the dots for me? Because why would you think then that you wouldn't be in playoff contention?
I think that we would, but it would mean that Georgia would have to lose, and Georgia would have to lose before the SEC championship game.
What's it have to do with Georgia?
Because I think I think if Georgia loses, then it means that Notre Dame's only loss was to the number 1 team in the country. And if Notre Dame, it just sounds better on a resume, and I think that that's something the committee cares about, even though I personally don't care about it.
Let's say they don't. All right, let's say Georgia doesn't lose and they win out. And in the process, Alabama becomes a minimum of a 2-loss team because that's what would happen. Georgia. But wait a minute.
In my opinion.
Well, hold on. So let's say Alabama gets eliminated in that process, and let's say the winner of the Big 12 has at least 2 losses, and Ohio State and Penn State's remaining schedule is brutal. The ACC might be out completely, and the Pac-12 is out. So how would, if your little dream scenario about Notre Dame comes true and they win 11 games, how would they not be part of the playoff picture?
If I'm going to be completely honest,
you lose the battle with Cincinnati. By the way, that's your real problem.
Sure,
you would lose the head-to-head with Cincinnati.
Here's the thing I would say is this: I don't think Notre Dame's good enough to be a playoff team.
True.
In my opinion,
that's true. That's 100% true. And by the way, Reichley, that's why you're going to go 9-3, and none of this. This is all just wasted airtime spinning our wheels. But go ahead.
Let me finish out what I'm going to say.
Go ahead, Reichley.
If that happens with Alabama losing 2 games, Oklahoma losing 2 games, or whatever, if any of that happens, sure, Notre Dame probably could get into the playoffs as a 4th seed. But in my personal opinion, as a Notre Dame fan, and I know this is going to rock every Notre Dame fan out of their seat, but I would rather Notre Dame make a New Year's Six Bowl, beat somebody, and everyone shut up about we not winning a New Year's Six Bowl than us losing the playoff to Georgia.
By 40.
I just want to be done.
By 40. Yeah. By 40. Well, see Alabama game several years back.
Well, I would rather play Michigan or Alabama in a bowl game and beat them and just be able to say we beat them rather than lose to Georgia. Because there are a lot of games and Notre Dame could win in New Year's Six Bowls, but they're just not in them. They're in the playoffs, and then they lose to some of the best team of all time in Alabama in 18 and Clemson in 18 and Alabama in 21. Yeah. Those are some of the best teams of all time-ish. So I would rather Notre Dame just be able to shut everyone up.
Is Brian Kelly going to be a lifer? Is he going to be a lifer, Reichley? I got to go to break. Is Brian Kelly going to be a lifer at Notre Dame, or will he abandon you at some point?
He'll be a lifer. If he was going to leave, I think that he is setting up for the last couple of years, and somebody the reins, probably either Tommy Rees or Marcus Freeman.
All right, Reichley, I like it. It can't be. It can't be Marcus Freeman. He just got there. It could be Rees, and that makes sense. But it can't be Freeman. Freeman just got there. Then it's going to turn the reins of Notre Dame over to a guy who just got there. Rees makes more sense long term, but I don't think Kelly's ready to go anywhere. Look, I do think this. I think Kelly desperately wants to win a national championship. The question is, can you win a national championship today at Notre Dame? I got to admit, I think Brian Kelly has done a really good job at Notre Dame. I do. I'll give Reichley that much. I think Kelly is a really good football coach. Whatever you think of him personally, I think he's a really good football coach. Grant, I'm coming right to you on the other side. Walt Tiptula, Road Rage, quick break.
This is a message for all men. Look, my family doctor said my ED was incurable. There was nothing anyone could do but perform surgery. My wife was supportive. She told me it wasn't important and there were other things we could do, but deep down, I knew she was disappointed. I felt less of a man, less of a husband. I was embarrassed. I heard the ads for the Greenville Men's Clinic, and I thought to myself, how can the doctors at that clinic claim to resolve my erectile dysfunction in 15 minutes or less? So I called, made an appointment, my wife went with me, and let me say, my doctor was wrong. We have regained our intimacy. They can help. No matter your age or your condition, $99 for a doctor consultation and a test dose of the medication can help. Call now, 864-301-1111, 301-1111, 301-1111, or greenvillemensclinic.com. But be sure to ask about the incredible Pulse ED, known to increase stamina, sensitivity, and even size.
Rooster's Men's Grooming Center believes a man deserves a space of his own when it comes to grooming. Roosters offers the charm and comfort of a classic American barbershop, but updated to accommodate the 21st century man. Our professional stylists and barbers will make sure you receive the customized barbershop experience through classic haircuts, shaves, and products that reaffirm what it means to look and feel great. Roosters at the Plaza on Pelham. Book your appointment today at 884-8920.
Look no further than Ralph Hayes Toyota in Anderson for your next pre-owned vehicle. Whether you're in the market for a full or mid-sized truck or SUV, Ralph Hayes has it. Sedan, minivan, something sporty, Ralph Hayes has it. Import or domestic, Ralph Hayes has it. And once you find your pre-owned vehicle at Ralph Hayes Toyota, they'll service any make or model for you. Add to that their rental program, and Ralph Hayes Toyota will be your dealer for life. South Carolina's oldest Toyota dealer, Ralph Hayes Toyota, Clemson Boulevard, Anderson.
We wrote the book on price. Ralph Hayes Toyota.
It sure is hard to make sense of the world these days. At Low Country Mail, we try to keep it simple and have one mission: make men men again. If you want to lose weight, feel better, and improve your performance in the gym and the bedroom, come see us today. For around $200 a month, we take care of your testosterone, labs, doctor visits, and much more. We also offer weight loss plans, peptide therapy, IV, and the amazing P-Shot. At Low Country Mail, we will never turn our backs on you when you have tough questions. Book today, lowcountrymail.com.
It's moving day, and Tiger Moving Company is here to help. Skip the headache. Hire the professionals with the right tools for your move. Their clean-cut and reliable team pack and assemble furniture seamlessly, so all you have to do is make yourself at home. To top this all off, they even start and stop the clock at your house, charging you a flat hourly rate. No rounding up. Call today at 908-9028 or email tigermoving@gmail.com to make your next move with Tiger Moving Company.
Back to school, back to football, back to ACD Sports and Easley for Clemson fanwear and tailgate items. ACD has sourced new items, many from local small businesses, and our Clemson fan shop is full of gear for all Tiger fans, with more arriving weekly. We have fanwear for area high schools, and we have custom screen print and embroider for businesses, teams, churches, and schools. See our Clemson fan shop at ACD Sports, Highway 123 Easley, next to Chick-fil-A, open weekdays 9 to 7, Saturdays 9 to 5. A locally owned small business. Come see us. Wright mowers are revolutionary to the lawn care industry and were designed by a landscaper who saw a better way to get the job done. Landscapers Supply is a premium Wright mowers dealer. If you're looking to add to your fleet, visit Landscapers Supply and see our Wright mowers or schedule a demo to try one out. Landscapers Supply works with homeowners and all businesses, big or small. Visit us at one of our locations in Greenville, Greer, Simpsonville, Easley, or Anderson, or online at landscapers-supply.com.
Hey y'all, Bridget here for Linex of Anderson. You've probably heard they have the best spray-on bed liner in the business, but did you know they carry a wide range of truck accessories? And they can hook you up with a variety of hitches, including fifth wheel and gooseneck. If you want to take your vehicle to the next level of tough, go see my dad and brothers at Linex of Anderson on Pierman Dairy Road. I promise they will treat you like family too.
Come see us today at Linex of Anderson. With 2 locations, Rubens has everything you need for your college football game day experience. Food and drink specials all day. Big screen TVs with surround sound and great seats throughout. If you can't join us at Rubens, give us a call and we can create your very own tailgate spread for you and your friends. No matter the game, no matter your team, make it Rubens this football season. Highway 81 off 153 in Powdersville and 1083 South Batesville along the Parkway off Pelham.
I'm a donut nut, I'm a donut nut, I'm a nut for Krispy Kreme.
I'm Glenn Reese with Krispy Kreme Donuts in Anderson and Spartanburg. We're open 7 days a week. Pick up some delicious donuts and a cup of coffee. We'll help you raise money for your club, church, or group or worthy cause. Sell Krispy Kreme Donuts. Call Spartanburg and Anderson Krispy Kremes.
I'm a donut nut, I'm a donut nut, I'm a nut for Krispy Kreme.
The City of Clemson invites you and yours to an evening of music, family fun, and outdoor dining experience Tuesday. It's Rock the Block at Patrick Square in Clemson, and you don't want to miss it. It all starts at 5:30 at 160 Patrick Square. Discover great food, music, and games, all in a family-friendly atmosphere. It all happens Tuesday. Rock the Block, presented by the City of Clemson. For more information and details, search Rock the Block Clemson on Facebook. Tuesday, Rock the Block.
Hey, if you bleed orange and purple, we're your flagship station for Clemson athletics. You're listening to 105.5 and 97.5 The Roar.
Only in America, folks.
Where every day is game day.
That song makes me happy, Ramona. I would never have listened to that song any point in the past. The Beach Boys version made me want to jump off a building. I mean, and it was their song originally. But that, and I don't like covers, but Los Lobos did an album of nothing but covers, and they turned that into a legit song. So congrats to Los Lobos for, I mean, let me put it this way, Marana. That's the food, that would be the music equivalent of turning Brussels sprouts into an edible commodity from a cooking standpoint. That's what that is. That's the equivalent. Texter 843. I'm going to get to your lengthy text on Clemson this week in a minute. Let me get to Grant though on the Vibe Broadband Communication phone lines. You can get in if you want and save my my voice as well. Grant, how are you?
I'm doing fabulous. Well, how about yourself, sir?
Good, Grant. Appreciate you getting in.
I was just calling in to talk about my Braves. I know for the majority of the year, I didn't even really consider them my Braves because they were I could hardly even watch them on television. They were so putrid. But I will be honest, I called back with Brad and Ben back on Labor Day, and I was completely checked out for the season. I will be actually, I don't think it was Labor Day. I think it was like latter part of July, right after Acuna got hurt. And they were making all the trade deadline moves. And I was basically on the opinion of, why are we even doing this? Acuna's hurt. The season's over. Why are we even trying to go in? And I will be honest, I was proven wrong. I did not expect the Braves at the end of the year with the big surge that they had and still holding off for the Phillies. Although I don't know if that's more so the Phillies being really bad or the Braves getting hot. But I guess that, as we can see right now, it's the Braves getting hot because they're going on a run right now that I would say kind of compares to the Nationals in 2019, to where they just kind of came out of nowhere. Yeah. Nobody expected anything from the Braves in the postseason this year. Nobody expected the Nationals to get past the wild card game as per normal in 2019. and the Braves might be on the verge of doing something that in my 24 years of life I haven't seen them do.
Well, first of all, Grant, you're an honest man, so there's that. Texter asks, so is this guy a fair weather fan? No, I don't think so. I think Grant is a lot like all the other Braves fans I heard. I heard that from everybody. I mean, let's be honest. Before the Acuna injury and the way the Braves were playing, they were dreadful. There was no chemistry. There was nothing to it. It didn't look like a connected team in any way, shape, or form. And I don't think there's any way on God's green earth that I don't remember any Braves fans celebrating all those moves and thinking, oh, yeah, we're going to the World Series with those moves. Those moves felt like they were just, maybe to stay competitive in the NL East, maybe to win the NL East, but nothing beyond that. The dilemma is, or the good part of it is that all of those moves worked. Every single stinking last one of them worked, Grant. And so the team that we're seeing now, there's no Braves fan on earth who thought that's what this was going to become at the midway point of this season or after the Acuna injury. So you're not alone. That's all I heard. I heard a million people saying exactly what you're saying. And I thought that myself. I thought it was just a dead team. And when those moves were made, I thought, so what? I mean, if DeGrom goes down, maybe you win the East, but every one of those moves has worked out brilliantly, and the Braves are just reaping the rewards for all those moves. It still leads me to that question, though, Grant, about Acuna. It's going to be pretty wild if the Braves win a World Series without Acuna. When they had Acuna, they were dead. He was playing all right, but it just didn't seem like the team was at all connected to their talented leader.
So I have a couple of theories about that. Number one, you had at the very beginning of the year, Ozuna, all the stuff coming out with Ozuna.
Yep.
I think that left a huge hole with the Braves that they had no idea was going to happen.
Agreed.
You had them desperately trying to fill that hole for the majority of the year with guys rolling out in the outfield that I'd never even heard of. Like this Guillermo Heredia guy, I had never even heard of him before this year, and we're still trotting him out there. And I get that he brings a lot of energy to the clubhouse, but it's just like when you have to fill the hole of a guy who was like top 3 MVP vote in the NL last year for the entire year, you basically lose him for the entire year. That's a big hole you have to fill. A lot of people always forget that they lost their starting catcher Travis d'Arnaud for the majority of the year with that thumb injury. And I can say this from personal experience, being a catcher, that one of the main reasons why the pitching staff, especially in the relief corps, struggled throughout the majority of the year was that you couldn't get a catcher to actually start. Contreras, bless his heart, I know he's a rookie and he's going to have growing pains, but you're trotting out Kevin Smith and Steven
That's
Voss.
a fair point. That's a fair point. But, Grant, it didn't stop Braves fans from almost universally slaughtering the Braves bullpen. I mean, the things that were said about A.J. Minter right to the back end were ruthless. And now all those guys are pitching unbelievably well. So there were things that even the most ardent Braves fan did not expect.
Yeah, like Minter, I've been a fan of Minter for the past couple years, and my dad hasn't been a fan of him because, I mean, for me at least, Minter in his moments when he is on, he is by far one of the best relief pitchers that the Braves organization has like brought up with. Now, when he's off, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Like no one can be perfect all the time. You can't expect perfection. Now, Luke Jackson, I'm not even going to talk about Luke Jackson. I'm not even going to mention his name.
But look, you know what? But look, here's the thing. Luke Jackson had a good year too. He had a good year too. And I'm glad if the Braves come back and win. The best part of it is that Luke Jackson won't be a GOAT, because I know that everyone wanted to criticize him after Game 3, but sometimes you just have to give it up to the other side because they did win 106 games. That ball Bellinger hit, no human had a right to hit. That was not a bad pitch. It was up at his eyes and on the outside part of the plate. There's no human that pulls that ball for a home run, and Bellinger did. With his bad shoulder, he still turned on that. I don't know how you yank that ball out at 98 miles an hour up by your eyes.
Yeah, I will admit it was a great pitch. It was a good pitch, and it was even a greater swing. And I get that, like, some people, and it's just like, for me at least, I can remember watching Jackson pitch for Atlanta. I was down there watching the game against the Miami when they were playing Miami at home, and he almost walked in the winning run, and Culberson made that great throw in left field to get the out at home. But Jackson's had his up and downs. Minter's had his ups and downs. Chris Martin, for whatever reason, has just been off this year. I'm not sure. He's been in and out of the relieving corps, and then they've just been. I remember at the beginning they were trying to like Nate Jones, and like there was just everything that the Braves were trying to do at the beginning of the year basically wasn't working. The wrong guys were getting. Oh, and I didn't even mention Soroka. They expected Soroka to come back halfway through the year, and he re-tears his Achilles. So there was a lot of things that were going on behind the sines with the Braves organization.
Hey, Grant, I have to run, but it's a great call. It's a good job. Well done.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. Tesha said still didn't feel good when Smith came up 9-2 last night. See, that's what I mean. People killed Minter and Smith all year, every Braves fan, but they're all forgetting that now. This is what it is. This Dexter 301 says everyone was wrong about the Braves in one way or another. Doesn't really matter. Baseball's crazy that way. Zeke and then Tyler. Zeke, how are you? Zeke? Oh, Zeke. All right, I'm putting him on hold, Ramona. See what we can do about getting our friend Zeke back. You want in 654-7627. Tyler, I'll get to you in a minute on the other side. Let me tell you about Turner's Jewelers. That special gift for your special someone's at Turner's Jewelers. Beautiful selection of jewelry, silver, gold, precious gemstones, and diamonds. Turner's has necklaces, watches, bracelets, earrings, and gorgeous charms to mark any occasion. They can design and create custom jewelry for a truly unique gift. They use 3D CAD technology. It's amazing. If you can dream it up, draw it up on a napkin, they can bring it to life in 8 to 11 days. Go see the incredible full Pandora collection of fine jewelry, still the hottest thing in jewelry. Turner's is the ideal choice for engagement and wedding rings. Nobody says I do like they do at Turner's. In fact, Mark stocks the largest selection of diamonds in the upstate. Stocks in stock now. Something in every price range. Turner's has silicone wedding bands, including some with tiger paws. Trust a family tradition of fantastic personal service for more than 60 years. Start your jewelry shopping today at turnersjewelers.com. You don't need a special occasion. A gift from Turner's makes any day special. Plus, they pay top dollar for your old gold or silver. Just bring it in. Choose that one-of-a-kind gift you'll treasure forever, crafted and given with love. Visit today in the Applewood Shopping Center in Seneca, next to Belk. Turner's Jewelers, where Southern hospitality meets diamond know-how. Tyler, I'll get to you as soon as we come back. Walt Dip Tula Road Rage. You can get in if you want. We'll get to some Pitt Clemson conversation. I want to read the text from, what was it, 843? 843 we'll get back to on Pitt Clemson and his master plan for a Clemson victory. We'll be back.
I'm John. You may know me as a commercial lender, but I'm also a craftsman and a dog dad.
At Park National Bank, we're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. You get personal attention and direct access to a caring, compassionate banker who respects and responds to your needs and goals. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more. Member FDIC, parknationalbank.com.
Tiger or Gamecock, grab an official team Big Bow box, repping your colors. It's bow time.
Hey, how did you sleep last night? Research shows adults need between 7 and 9 hours of sleep every night. Most don't. The number one reason given? A bad mattress. Sleep may be the most important activity you do every day. It affects your mood, energy, productivity, and health. Visit the sleep experts at Engineered Sleep and find the perfect mattress for a better night's sleep for your family. Use code WCCP for 10% off. That's up to $250 off. American made right here in Greenville. Visit engineersleep.com for a better sleep and a better life.
Ready to get your home insanely clean for the fall? Zero Res cleans like no other. No harsh chemicals are used and no sticky, soapy residues left behind. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $129 and mention my name, Mickey at the Roar, to get a hallway clean for free. Schedule at ZeroResGreenville.com.
Anytime is a great time to buy jewelry from Reed's Jewelers in Haywood Mall. Whether it's a diamond for her, a watch for him, or maybe something special for an upcoming graduate. No matter the occasion, Reed's will dazzle you. Endorsed by Roar listeners like Zeke.
I'm calling in for one of your sponsors, man. Wally over there at Reed's Jewelers. Go check him out. They'll get you what you need. If not, he'll find it, and he will definitely take care of you.
Zeke loves Reed's Jewelers. You will as well. Reed's Jewelers, Haywood Mall next to Belk. Online at reeds.com.
Join us every Friday night for Friday Night Final with Jeff Hawley, presented by David Taylor Heating and Air. He'll recap our game of the week and give you scores and highlights and interviews from around the state of South Carolina. All that at the conclusion of our game of the week right here on The Roar.
Hey, after work on Thursday night, if you get a chance, why don't you bring the whole family to an event we call Jazz on the Alley. It's every Thursday night in downtown Seneca on Ramcat Alley and Townville Street. Now, if you enjoy outside dining, great music, and just a fun atmosphere, well, here's where you need to be. It's Jazz on the Alley every Thursday night from 7 till 9. Here's a few sounds that you're going to hear every Thursday.
Spread a little happiness, spread a little bit of happiness. Waited till I saw the sun. Give me all you got, don't hold your back.
So grab all your friends after work and bring them on down. Have a good time this summer season. And check out a little Jazz on the Alley, because if it's Jazz on the Alley, you know it must be Thursday night. We'll see ya. Come on down.
Okay, guys, it's football season, and that belly isn't for resting your plate on. It's causing symptoms of type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and IBS. Don't wait. Call the Health Dare. I promise it's easy. There's no lettuce diets, gym workouts, drops, or pills. Yes, you can still tailgate while taking the Health Dare. After football season comes the holidays, so you need to start now getting healthy for the ones you love. Call 1-877-I-DARE-ME or go to idareme.com. I dare you.
This is Line X Country. Hard working and build Line X tough. Accessories and customization that go beyond the bedliner. Way beyond.
Come see us today at Line X of Anderson.
For over 30 years, Tigertown Graphics has been Clemson's source for one-of-a-kind t-shirts, fleece shirts, ponchos, and everything else that's authentically Clemson. And when we say authentic, we really mean authentic. Who knows fans better than fans themselves? Made in Clemson by Tiger fans for Tiger fans, with tons of new designs each year. Tigertown Graphics is your go-to for everything Clemson. There's something for everyone. Visit Tigertown Graphics in downtown Clemson.
Having your vehicle worked on can be like gambling in Vegas. Usually the odds aren't in your favor. The service team at George Coleman Ford delivers the same integrity and honesty found throughout the company with the service director, Kurt Shockley, who has been there for nearly 30 years. No hidden fees, any maker model service, even open Saturdays until 1 with free pickup and delivery. Do yourself a favor. Call 834-6080 and have your vehicle serviced at George Coleman Ford.
Don't let a car wreck or job injury put you on the sidelines. The Trammell & Mills Law Firm will help you get right back into the game. They're local attorneys who want you to win and get the money you deserve. If you're hurt at work or in a crash, call 485-8585 or go to TrammellandMills.com. Leave the losers on the sidelines. Team up with some proven winners at the Trammell & Mills Law Firm and take it to the goal line.
If you're considering a commercial building project, you probably have a lot of questions. Hood Construction is here to answer all of those questions and help you build it the right way each step of the way. Their specialties include office, hospitality, healthcare, K-12 and higher education, faith-based, retail, and industrial construction. The Hood Construction team serves clients through concept master planning, real-time budget forecasting, ROI performa assistance, and more. Visit hoodconstruction.com for your free commercial construction assessment today.
Go ahead. Tell us what's on your mind. Go on. Tell us what you're thinking about. Go on. Tell us how it makes you feel. Taking your calls on the Vibe broadband phone lines all day. You're listening to 105.5 and 97.5 The Roar, where every day is game day.
Walt Tiptula Road Rage. Lisa writes me and says, Clemson pit time, yay. Said, you've been saying all season it would be game 7-8 before everybody got on the same page. Do you still feel that way? I think it might be later. I'm a little worried that it may slide into next year right now. Although I've got texters asking me about that. Like right now, texter 803 is saying, could Clemson see a turnaround like the Braves have seen this year? As you said, everybody was slaughtering the Braves bullpen, like so many are slaughtering DJ right now. What are the odds that we see something similar happen? But remember, the distinction is that the Braves added all these reinforcements. Clemson's not adding reinforcements. They're losing guys, except in the defensive secondary, where that's the right timing for the Pitt game, at least. You're going to be the healthiest you've been in the defensive backfield all year, which is a good thing, because you're going to need to be against those Pitt receivers. We are going to break this game down in detail. I'm going to give you my film study analysis on Pitt and everything I see with Pitt and why I think they are a significant concern. We'll get to that in just a minute. Let me get we also have to update the football, if there is an update. Scott is still the leader?
Yes.
Here's the deal. Just before I get to Tyler, here's the deal. I have $2,000 on the Clemson coaching staff football. Honestly, I never imagined it would go that cheaply. Last Thursday, we sold 4 of the 3 Dabo Sweeney footballs and 1 Trevor Lawrence unsigned football for $11,000. So they went for nearly $3,000 apiece. This football is at $2,000 right now. I mean, we don't even have this yet. It's being signed by the entire staff now. But you're going to have a football with Dabo Sweeney, Brent Venables, Tony Elliott, CJ Spiller, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We have never offered this football for auction before. And I said, and I'm going to keep my word, that I'm closing. We have just a few of these that I'm closing football number 1 at 5 p.m. And it is going at 5 p.m., not 5:01. If Scott is leading at 5 p.m., he's getting it for $2,000. I need a bid of $250 or more above that to advance the bid. $5,000 to make it yours. But you have 11 minutes. You have 10 and a half minutes. You have 10 minutes and 28 seconds right now. Tyler, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about you all?
Good, Tyler. Appreciate you getting in.
So, I'm so proud of this Braves team. I don't watch much baseball in like May and June because I'm like, what difference does it make at that point? It's like they have these series and they're like, this is a big primetime matchup, and I'm like, they're going to play again in 3 months and they'll probably matter more then. Yep. So I really don't care. But I start watching about July, August is when I really tune in, and that's when the Braves kind of started to turn around. It was it was fun to watch because you could see them getting better every game. And that's one thing I love watching this team for, is they are fun to watch. Not just what they do on the field, but they have such bold personalities. Like there's Jock, of course. I mean, the list goes on. All of them just have this, it makes you smile every time they win.
Well, they're having fun. Yeah, they're having fun.
Exactly.
But when Acuna was leading this team, even though individually he might have been having what looked like an MVP season, his leadership, or lack thereof, seemed to be taking this whole team down. I mean, this team was not responding, and they were not fun to watch. And everybody, including every Braves fan who ever called or wrote on social media, was saying unbelievably hateful stuff about them, especially about the bullpen. And I got to admit, people are all copping to that on the text line now. I got people admitting that left and right, that I never saw any of this coming, that kind of thing, because I don't know how you could have.
Yeah. Right. No doubt. I mean, it came out of nowhere. But one thing I'll say is the best part about this is I found out last week, when we started winning I delved into the hole that I call Braves Twitter, and then I found LA Twitter along with it. And LA Twitter has these annoying sports writers. Bill Plaschke, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Daniel Hernandez.
What did Plaschke say? Because I had people ask me that or write me about it, reference it, but I never heard what he said. What did he say?
So he said Atlanta. So I think it was Game 2 when they took a 2-0 lead. He said Atlanta. This stadium is so quiet you can hear a cheap. What do they call it? Tomahawk.
Okay.
A cheap foam tomahawk across the stadium. He just kept saying stuff like that, like, "Oh, these fans obviously don't care about this game." He said stuff like, "Oh, the Braves didn't win on Saturday night. The Dodgers lost it. The Braves didn't win. The Dodgers lost." I don't even know how that happened, but it continued, and he's like so full of excuses. Like, I knew it was going to be a good series when the first thing people could bring up after the Braves won Game 1 and Game 2 was, "Oh my gosh, the Tomahawk is so racist." Like, all right, look at Chavez Ravine and the history of it, and just like, I would sit this one out if I were you, LA. Yeah. But it's just, I don't know. It's just been fun clowning him because he's made fun of Atlanta. He said it was just a city with a Waffle House, and that was the only thing to do. And now people are saying, "Well, I can't wait to get Waffle House after we win tonight." Yeah. So it's just great watching him get clowned. But
and look, that's just another guy who just says things to tick people off because he knows it attracts attention, and that's what he's doing. I doubt he's even ever been to Atlanta. But look, the Braves are one pitch away from having swept this series. That's
literally,
exactly. and again, it was a pitch that really no human should have hit. That's why I don't think you blame Luke Jackson for that. I think every once in a while you just sort of tip your cap to the other side and say, "Hey man, that was just good stuff," and it was. Luke Jackson had nothing to be ashamed of in that situation because there's like nobody else on the planet who would have hit that out. So I still don't know. Doubt. I still don't know how he hit that pitch out, honestly. I don't know how he caught up to it at all. I know he sat on it. Ball. Yeah. No, I mean, it was up at eye level, and it was basically where the catcher's target was. He basically hit it, and somehow Bellinger got on top of that thing. It's funny because the ball was at such a high plane. The conventional thought process on Bellinger is you pitch him high because he has such an uppercut swing. There's no way he can drive a high pitch out. But the thing is, the ball was on such a high plane that it actually sort of forced Bellinger to have more of a level swing than he usually does. He sort of started the swing high and kept it high and somehow hit it. So, but that's just one you tip your cap to the other side. But you're one pitch away from a sweep. So, it's a good job, Tyler.
Well, thank you. I hope you have a good one, Walt.
Yeah, thank you, Tyler. Good job. Yep, appreciate that. All right, let me get Zeke in here. Zeke, how are you?
What's up, Walt?
How you doing there, Zeke?
Hey, listen, we gotta just quit talking this Braves Dodgers. We got a strong Sox series going on, don't we?
Yeah. Oh, hey. A series that looked like it was starting to tilt the Red Sox way. I did pick the Astros in this series, so I hope they win it out because it doesn't look like we're going to be on the other side.
Well, Walt, you're being kind saying it was starting to tilt. I think that boy tilted and the bat was ready to fall all the way over in the ninth inning with 2 outs. And I think that Walt, I can't remember the last time I saw a team get 7 runs with 2 outs in the ninth inning with no homers.
Yeah.
That was just and the pitching's not strong for Houston, although it was strong last night. We're pitching the rookie tomorrow night. But I tell you what, Walt, 1 through 7, man, pitchers just don't get a break 1 through 7, do they?
No, they don't. No, that lineup is really, really formidable. There's no question about it.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you make a mistake, and boy, Gurriel's bat's gotten hot at a good time for Houston, so that's good. And I tell you what, Alvarez, man, his performance last night that's one of the best performances I've seen a left-handed hitter against a left-handed pitcher in Fenway Park put up. That Man.
Yep.
I mean, look, he could have had he put one out that the shot in the first was, geez, something else. But then, I mean, it's just but boy, he's just a big, I mean, he's a big man. He's a big dude, Walt.
Yeah, no question.
But yeah, I think, go ahead.
Remind me again, Zeke, because I don't recall. How did you get to be a Houston Astros fan?
I lived in Houston back in the days of Chuck Kerfield,
Okay.
Mike Scott, back in the old Astrodome, and before that, Walt, I go back to Jose. Can you see Cruz? I go
toy
back to
cannon?
Billy Hatcher.
The toy
go back
Jimmy
to,
Wynn?
Hey, Kevin Smallmouth Bass.
Cesar Cedeno.
Cesar Cedeno in center field.
Yeah.
Hey, Walt, and a lot of history. Matter of fact, I got to see Walt years ago.
Joe Morgan played for the Colt 45s.
Yep, sure did. I got to see Jared Richard pitch, Walt, and that was something else to see.
Yeah.
And of course,
Perhaps
a terrible story how that ended.
Oh, terrible! But perhaps the most intimidating pitcher in the history of the game, certainly on the short list of intimidating pitchers. A guy who was 6'8", threw 100 miles an hour, and was just wild enough to keep you interested.
Well, I was going to say real quick on Trump, but you know what? If you got up on that plate, he was going to get you off that plate, Walt. He did not mind brushing you back off that plate. But, hey, listen, I'm glad to see the Braves doing well because I know there's a lot of Braves fans around here. I know the TV wouldn't like it, but, man, I think if you like offense, I think a Braves-Astros series, and I'm not counting the Dodgers or Red Sox out by any means. A lot of work left to be done, but I think a Houston-Atlanta series would certainly give us a lot of offense. And Walter, I mean, when you talk about Carlos Correa is only 27, and we call him old, I mean, we're talking about a lot of young talent in their 20s. Should be a lot of fun. Hey, Walt, thanks for taking the call, buddy. I know you got to get the break.
Thank you, Zeke. Excellent job. Excellent job. Look, and Houston appears to be on a little bit of a revenge tour themselves. Like, okay, you said we didn't do it legitimately before. Well, we're here to do it legitimately now. I don't know. It's sort of an interesting mix. The only team that seems to be out of it right now is the Dodgers. Matt, I'll come to you in 1 second. Hey, let me tell you about the Trammell and Mills Law Firm. Support breast cancer awareness October 25th at the Trammell and Mills Law Firm, 105.5 and 97.5. The Roar will be there live from 6 a.m. until 3 p.m. selling wristbands to benefit Dabo's All In Foundation. Plus, visit the mobile mammography bus at the Trammell and Mills Law Firm October 25th. Pre-book your mammography bus appointment 2D or 3D, 864-675-4875. 864-675-4875. Okay, here's the deal. I'll continue to take your calls. You're welcome to talk about the Braves if you want. Oh, the football. I need a bid. Anyone wants to up it? Anyone wants to up that football? You have actually 28 seconds. Yeah, you have 28 seconds, and even when we go to break, which we're going to now, I'm cutting it off, and it'll be Scott's at 2,000. Quick break.
Broadcasting live from the Priority One Security Studios. WCCP-FM 105.5, Clemson, Greenville, Anderson. WAHT AM 1560, Cowpens. 97.5, Spartanburg. We are The Roar, where every day is game day.
I'm joined again today by Gary Mahaffey of Insurance for Seniors and Disabled. Gary, a listener asked, Walt, I'm a veteran with both VA and Medicare benefits. Are there any new and improved plans out there for 2022?
Well, first, my friend, I want to thank you for your service to our country. I am exceedingly happy to answer your question with a definitive yes. The 2022 plans are much improved, and you need to take a look at which plan best suits your needs. Please give me a call today at 864-307-8484 and set up an appointment with me to do just that. And again, thank you for your service.
Let me add my heartfelt appreciation to Gary. Now, vets, don't miss out on this opportunity. Give Gary a call today at 864-307-8484. You will thank me later.
Standing water or that musty smell in your basement can be a sign of major problems. Canty Foundation specialists are your local experts in basement waterproofing and crawl space repair. Call us today for a free estimate.
Canty can fix it.
Call the local experts for a free estimate.
Call Canty Foundation Specialist at 864-403-5263 and ask about transferable warranties and available financing. That's 864-403-5263 or online at cantycanfixit.com.
Roosters Men's Grooming Center believes a man deserves a space of his own when it comes to grooming. Roosters offers the charm and comfort of a classic American barbershop, but updated to accommodate the 21st century man. Our professional stylists and barbers will make sure you receive the customized barbershop experience through classic haircuts, shaves, and products that reaffirm what it means to look and feel great. Roosters at the Plaza on Pelham. Book your appointment today at 884-8920.
Hi, Don Munson for my friends at Engineered Sleep, 627 Congaree Road in Greenville. The wife and I have been in our custom-built Engineered Sleep mattress for several months now, and our sleep has never been better. It's been so good, we had them build a mattress for our special needs daughter, and now she sleeps like a rock. Your best sleep is out there at Engineered Sleep, a custom mattress built for you at half the cost. Engineered Sleep, 627 Congaree Road, or check them out online at engineeredsleep.com. That's engineeredsleep.com.
Welcome to Moe's!
Mondays catch a bad rap, but they aren't that bad. Half the morning is spent telling everyone how epic your weekend was. Then you delete hundreds of emails. Next, a second cup of joe. And just when you think about working, looky here, it's lunchtime. And that means Mo Monday, where you can take your sweet old time to enjoy an awesome burrito, chips and salsa, and a drink for only $7.99. By the time you get back and stare at the clock, it's practically Tuesday. So liven up your Monday with a great Mo Monday deal.
Family farmers can grow all the most wonderful products that they want to, but it's the valued partnership and love from people like Ingalls that keeps our farming going.
This week at Ingalls, select sizes and varieties Cheez-It crackers, 2 for $4. Select varieties 23 to 24 ounce Prego pasta sauce, 2 for $3. And select 5 to 8 ounce Sargento shredded cheese, 2 for $4. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
Serving Anderson, Oconee, and Pickens counties, Tri-County Technical College is in the top 10% nationwide for successful transfers to four-year colleges and universities. What that means for you is an almost seamless transition as you advance your college education. Tri-County offers a simpler pathway to a law enforcement career through their pre-police academy training. In the healthcare field, they offer medical lab and surgical technician training, as well as EMT and medical assistance training. If you're looking for a career in today's technology fields, how about Cisco Network Administrator and Computer Technician Study? They are hot jobs with cool results like HVAC technicians, a high-demand, high-paying field looking for grads like you after you successfully complete the program. Tri-County Technical College offers you many opportunities to